good, Black people? Welcome in, and happy hump day to everybody. My sincerest apologies, you guys, for being late to this review. I had an appointment right before this that was supposed to end at 3:30. However, it went until 3:35, but I am here nonetheless. We are here to go over Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 13, episode 28. It is titled Unhappy Campers. I do also want to say welcome to our new subscribers. What's poppin'? Welcome in. What's good? Thug Life. I appreciate you guys. And a big welcome to anybody else, whether you subscribed or not. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for stopping by my little channel. If you really enjoy what we're doing on this channel, feel free to like the video, subscribe. If you really enjoy it, all those good things, you are appreciated. And as always, before we get into it, we also want to encourage everybody. See the links in the description of this video. There's a link to some great creators such as Kiwanje TV. She has a lot of reviews and content that she puts out. So I'm pushing people in her direction just off the strength that she's working her you-know-what off on these internet streets. But let's get into the episode. I am not sure if James will be going. He is actively moving. He just texted me saying he'll be in here in about 5 or 10 minutes. But in the meantime, let's greet the chat. We have Shani here. What's poppin' twin? Welcome in. Welcome in. We also have Miss Courtney here. You guys, if you click this and follow her and you send her a message or something, she'll show you that she sells candles and they smell really, really good. I will put the link to Courtney's candles in the comments for you guys after this video premieres because we want to support anybody Black. Plus, they actually smell good. And it's very rare that I get to support someone whose business I actually fully believe in. So let's support Courtney. But let's get into this episode. I don't know what to do with this review. And I'm going to tell y'all why I don't know what to do with this review. I don't know what to do with this review because nothing happened this episode. I don't care about Mama D finally realizing that her son ain't shit. I don't care about Lynette and the situation with the kidney and the other son, because how bad do you fuck up your kids that one of them doesn't want to give to his own loved ones? I'm just saying. And Yandy and Mendices, I'm like, y'all want to share stuff now that you've broken up, but we wanted to know what was going on while you were together. You didn't have to tell us everything, but y'all could have told us something. They could have told us something. But the group is camping, and we don't get much at the beginning of the episode, just people coming and talking to each other. We do get to see Yandy, Judy, and Mendices talk because Judy is feeling like she don't know what's going on because you could tell that Judy's in New York and Judy don't live in Atlanta because Yandy didn't want her there. And I guess they make peace, but it's not actual peace because a conversation is not going to fix. How many years have Yandy and them been together? A conversation ain't going to fix almost like 2 decades of BS. A conversation is not going to fix that. But for now, they make peace. So good for them. Good for them. Now, the next morning, everybody in the group camping trip comes together. And everyone's coming outside to spend time with each other and do all of these things. And everyone's saying good morning. Yandy does not say good morning to Zane. He's like, Yandy, where's my hug? Yandy, come on. Why you want or expect the hug from somebody that you and your loud ass wife can't stop talking about? And Mendices is a clown for even being your friend. And I feel like he just wants somebody to film with for real. Because I don't even think nobody takes Zane seriously on this cast, but they're like, they got to hang out with somebody. But Yandy ignored Zane in his loud ass mouth because of all the crap that they've been talking about her relationship and what's going on. I do feel like it will be a strange thing. Thank you for the update, James. I do feel like it's weird for Zane and Ashley to be talking about Yandy and Mendices' relationship, but Zane hasn't said too much. Zane has primarily been like in conversations where it's brought up, he's issued what he knows, but I don't feel like Zane has said too much. It's Ashley and that nasty ass mouth that is the problem. That's what the problem is. It's Ashley. Ashley is speaking about this in scenes where she's not filming with them, but then when she's in front of them, she don't got nothing much to say. So I feel like Ashley is just thirsty to exploit other people's problems. And why are you so excited at somebody else's pain? I genuinely feel like that's low-key weird. But Ashley mentions to Yandy when she comes down there that she does feel tension, and she does make the effort to talk to Yandy. And in the talk, Yandy's like, well, what do you think the problem is? And I hate when people come to me and they're like, I sense tension. We need to talk. You can sense the tension, but you can't sense what the problem is that we need to discuss. What? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. So, Ashley, you should have just said, I said what I said because we're on a show and you wasn't talking about it, so I talked about it. If Ashley would have said that, I would have respected her. But to sit there and act confused about if what she did was offensive and then not knowing how you offended her, it's like, Ashley, please, please. You're talking to an educated woman. You ain't talking to one of these little hood rappers. You talking to a woman who was versed in the hood and in school. Okay, you can't just come at certain types of people any kind of way. They're gonna catch it. And I don't think Ashley was prepared for Yandy. Now they attempted to talk. Yandy tells Ashley, she's like, I spoke highly of you. I haven't said anything bad about y'all, which she could have. There's a lot people could have said about Ashley and Zane's relationship. A lot, and none of it being positive. But Yandy has a point. She did not say anything about her. And she says she don't appreciate things being said behind her back. Ay, ay, ay. Ashley says that the only reason she spoke negatively about Yandy and Mendice's relationship was because Mendice's was coming for her relationship and her situation. Ashley always tries to make herself look innocent, but if we go back, Mendice's never came for Ashley and Zane's situation. If that was the case, how would he and Zane even be cool for this little TV friendship they got? Because nothing happened. So I'm looking at Ashley like, girl, you're just a bird. And if your problem is with Mendice's, then why are you coming for Yandy? Talk shit about Mendice's. You don't have to come for Yandy. You was talking about Yandy be out there cheating too. Yandy be out there doing this. I saw Yandy on a boat in Greece. Y'all, that's how Ashley's been. So I'm like, if your problem is with Mendice's and was never with Yandy, then you have Yandy catching strays for no reason. And that's you adding to the pain that a woman is dealing with from her fuck ass nigga. Like, what are you doing, Ashley? You're not going to win this battle. You're not making sense. I don't see Ashley's perspective. But I would love to hear from the chat, from the replay gang, if anybody feels like Ashley's perspective is valid, let me know, because maybe you guys see something in Ashley that I don't get. But as it relates to this Yandy issue, she opened her big mouth. She should have said, I talked about it because we're on a show and they wanted me to talk about it. But instead, she says she did it because of Zane. So I'm like, girl, go somewhere, Ashley. But Ashley tries to tell Yandy that she's willing to apologize because Yandy backed Ashley into a corner with facts and receipts. And Ashley then had to change her tune from, well, I did this because of that, to the, well, I'm not malicious. I'm not malicious. Bitch, you are malicious. You are malicious. You are absolutely malicious. I don't know why you would think that talking about someone's relationship negatively and laughing at the cheating that is going on in their relationships, I don't know how that would be anything outside of malicious, especially talking about the woman who employs your dumb ass and your bad skin having husband who's low to the ground. Okay? Like, I just don't understand it. But Yandy said what we was all thinking. Ashley, you loud and you dumb. You're loud or you're dumb. Welcome in, James. James is moving, as we stated. Feel free to explain to the people. I know you said you're going to make a video, but feel free in any videos with me to explain to the people where the hell you'll be at or any of that.
Yeah, you guys, I am moving to Charlotte, North Carolina. So I am still in Phoenix right now. I just got done getting furniture hauled that I'm not taking with me. So that's why I am late. So
Did they
thank
get
you,
the
Mrs.
furniture?
They got it all. Thank
Oh,
God.
good.
They got
At
it
least they got it.
all. I only had to pay $250. God is good.
God is real.
God
God
is
is
real.
real.
God is real.
Moving is impossible, y'all. Moving
It
is
is.
hell. When
It
I
is.
moved from Vallejo to Oakland, hell, that was just like 16 miles. And I was like,
Imagine moving across the country, y'all. So
yeah, I don't.
yes.
I did do my chart today, my full astrological chart, and it says that for 26 2026 is my year of change as career focuses. In 2027, it said I could be relocating. We'll see if that's true. We will see. What's poppin',
You need
American
to.
born? I
Hey,
am happy to see you today. Not who we dragging. I don't be meaning to drag people. I really come on YouTube and
no,
just give my opinion.
Zane, Zane and Ashley need to be dragged this episode. I'm sorry, they need to be dragged. Mendices needs to be dragged. Yandy, just by association, need to be dragged, and
Not just by association.
she
But how
do.
do you feel about that's really just the first real scene because the
Mhm.
first like 20 minutes of this episode were nothing. But how did you feel about that first interaction with Yandy and Ashley, the screaming, the walking away, Ashley apologizing, but then saying that
Yeah,
how you feel about the mess?
I feel like if I was this is I don't condone violence in any way, but I wouldn't have been mad at Yandy if she would have just backhand the fuck out of her.
I wouldn't have been mad either.
I wouldn't have been mad, y'all. And I don't condone violence. I really don't condone violence. I'm not really a violent person. I don't believe in people fighting like that. But sometimes just I don't know how else you can get a message to convey that someone who sounds like a literal Pomeranian, like I don't know how else to
Don't
tame
do
them.
Pomeranians like that. They quieter than that. This bitch is giving low budget chihuahua. I'm just saying.
No, because she reminds me of that. You remember that movie Double Take with Eddie Griffin?
Double take. That's a throwback. My
That's a
God.
throwback. You remember the little white dog they That's what Ashley looked like to me. I'm sorry, she do. Just
Not the white
oh
dog. Why are you doing Ashley like that? I'm tired of her. She gets on my nerves. It looks like she gets on American Born's, her and her husband. They get on our nerves. You know what it is? Ashley and Zane are trying too hard to like seem cool. It reminds me of like watching a Nickelodeon show back when we were kids and someone wants to
yeah.
be cool for a day. That's what Ashley.
It's like I like orange soda. It's like, oh my God, y'all just stop. Just
Not
because
like
to me,
orange
as I
soda.
said, Zane, I'm telling you, it is like, y'all, love and hip hop is over. It's gone now. Y'all don't need to do this no more. Y'all not coming back next season. There is gonna be no next season.
There
So
ain't
for
gonna be
y'all to
no
do,
next season.
yeah, there is gonna be no next season. Y'all cut this out, causing all this necessary drama. Like I can't stand a man that's just as messy as his wife.
It's not
I,
a man. That's a lady. I could go hang out with my girlfriends if that's the case.
you
I'm
know,
just saying.
you know who used to say that about though, Love and Marriage Detroit. When you taught Dr. Bitty Mouse, you would call her husband her wife.
Oh, he's a girl's girl. That is her wife. Is that why they didn't come back? Word on the curve is he is still crying on somebody's boat over his fuck up. I couldn't stand that man. And I hate that he shares a name with my husband. My husband's name is Anthony, his first name that he don't
Child,
use.
yeah.
Lord. I'm glad Mendices is telling it all now. I think some people are glad he's telling it all, but
No, I'm
it's kind of
conflicted.
shady.
Yeah.
She held you down. You cheated first. You had her pregnant at the same time as another woman. Like Mendices has publicly humiliated Yandy time and time again. Now, to be fair, Yandy allows herself to be in that situation,
True.
but he better be quiet because she never legally married you. Tell too much and see if that check comes, because I have a feeling he relies on her lifestyle a little bit.
This is my problem with the situation because I felt like that was unfair for him to air all that out, considering that she didn't air him out. I kind of feel like, no, play
That's
fair.
true.
Play fair. She didn't air you out when you got old girl pregnant and she was pregnant up there looking stupid. She didn't air you out when old girl talking about, oh, well, he still loved me and this and this and that. And Yandy over there pulling out her ring, talking about, well, I'm the wife, even though she's not the wife. Yandy
No,
didn't
and
air
she
you
wasn't.
out when your ass went to prison. She stayed as at least to our knowledge, she stayed faithful and dedicated to you, made sure the kids were taken care of while you were away. So no, I felt like, to me, if she cheated, it was only within her right because you did it.
A lot of
So
times, though, which we'll go over later in the episode, a lot of times men can't deal with the shit that women have to deal with all the time.
no, they
Never
cannot.
doubt the strength of a woman. There's no pain on the planet like childbirth and a period.
The
And
thing
these men
about it
think they
is,
know.
this has been men have been doing this since before time even was time. So I just think that the mindset of somebody like MIZZES who wants to now air Yandy out because she defied him when the whole relationship, you've had a slew of women and baby mamas attacking her for
There's
yo ass.
also deep dives on YouTube and proof from people around New York and stuff throughout the years saying he used her. But okay, MIZZES, we gonna read him for filth at the end.
Oh
I
yeah,
hope
I'm ready.
everybody knows that.
Yeah, I'm
Because
ready.
I know a lot of women be like, oh, MIZZES is so cute. I never thought he was that cute. He's always reminded me of a ferret in the face.
Those are some great veneers. That's all I'm gonna say. Those are some great veneers.
They are. These are my teeth. I'm happy about that. They're not the
Mine too.
greatest, but
Then
they're
mine are not the
mine.
straightest, but they mine.
They're
Yeah,
mine.
but MIZZES has some great veneers. I will say that.
American Born said Ashley's a shit starter all the time. She came on reality TV, and this is why I feel like the sooner and more often they change cast, the less things like this happen. She's watched people on this show get rewarded and keep a well-paying job and come up starting shit. So she thinks she can come in and start shit. The difference is she's forgetting that back in the day, Love and Hip Hop was a little bit more authentic, but she's forcing stuff, and she has no storyline with her husband herself. Like, I want her to put the effort that she puts into starting shit into getting a therapist.
Yeah, Zayn was like somebody who was famous in the early 2000s that we all forgot about until he brought his ass back on, the scene. And I feel like once again, she hanging on because she feel like he may take off again, which is a pipe dream all within
If he
itself.
was gonna take off again, they would have invited Zayn on the, now they're not calling it the Millennium Tour, but the Boys for Life Tour. I saw Crime Mob, then Franchise Boy, people I ain't thought of since 2002 when Zayn was very popular. Nobody invited his ass there. So I'm just saying, I feel like Zayn wants to be more than he is, and Ashley does count on that, but it's not happening. And this is bad, but I'm kind of glad that Love and Hip Hop is getting canceled, because some of these people that's been getting by and collecting a free check, not doing shit outside of this, not preparing for life, I want to see what the fuck they gonna do.
Me too.
I want to see, because we know Scrappy for years. It'll be 20 years from now, he gonna have a cane, and you could get crunk in the club. He gonna be on stage with a cane singing that same song. I don't see it changing. I think we are all on Yandy's side. I think we're all on her side. I'm kind of bummed about it ending. I've been watching forever. I have watched every season of Love and Hip Hop from the beginning. Same. And so it's like a piece of us leaving. But y'all, we lost Flavor of Love. We lost The Real World. We've lost a lot of great shows, and we're okay.
We're fine. I'm fine with this ending. I made peace with it. I was fine with it ending. Like, they should have ended with Love and Hip Hop Hollywood ended, because I feel like Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was the better franchise of them all. New York was great in the beginning, but they lost me with Tara, Peter, and Amina. So that's why I feel like that's where it kind of goes away. So to me, I feel like, yeah, I'm sad that an era is ending, but I'm not sad that it's ending in this premise of it being a show altogether, because it should have went away when Love and Hip Hop Hollywood went away, because no Love and Hip Hop, maybe Atlanta did, but no Love and Hip Hop kept me that entertained the way Hollywood did. I'm sorry. That doesn't compare.
I think Hollywood was one of the best additions. And for those who did not catch our little Pop Culture Live, by the way, thank you. Got lots of views, so thank you, and some subscribers.
Yeah.
But that live, we announced that Love and Hip Hop is going to be ending. We also announced that they announced the 6-part series. Me and James will cover it. Whatever they're doing to end it, it'd probably be a good time just to have a key on the internet and laugh at some stuff. If I can figure out copyright, I would love to watch clips, but if not, then I'm probably use another platform. But yeah, I can understand being disappointed. That's where they're going. Unemployment.
I hope they invested well. I hope that they, looked into other avenues for streaming of income. And then also, and I'm not trying to be a hater, I hope they do get some subsequent of royalties if they decide to stream this on different networks, because we had heard that Laguna Beach is streamed on Netflix, and those people don't get royalties from that. We know
reality TV is one of the areas of TV where it's very hard to get those residuals and royalties. I have heard that several times. Even the cast of P-Valley, which I am covering, allegedly is back this year. I'll believe it when I see it.
Me too.
But P-Valley, who is it? The girl who plays Mercedes on there, she showed her residual check. It was like $12.
Yeah.
I said, ooh, so that read your contracts.
Read your contracts and like don't take the big money. Like if you ever go into entertainment, like I think Jason Weaver's mom was the best example of like what you do when you go on something that is huge, like The Lion King. Even if you have no idea how this is gonna play out, that woman was willing to take $1,000 if this shit didn't go nowhere, then setting him up for life with $2 million a year allegedly.
Negotiation is an actual skill that a lot of people should learn. I agree with this. I love Unbothered Andy. She seems realer. It's the realest she seemed, honestly, the whole time we've watched her. He is loving showing off his new home that is almost done with the swim. He finally got a pool. We finally got a piece of the pie.
I can't wait to sing that song when I move.
Oh Lord, James been waiting to get the fuck out of Arizona for a long time.
Child, this has been a long time
Like,
coming. Like I can,
now.
right? I cannot wait to get on this road.
She did cheat. Shout out to Keisha Cole. Shout out to Oakland. But I think Yandy did cheat. It wasn't the I should have, which based on the end of this episode, the way that man was yelling, I could hear the tears being kept in him through them yells. She cheated.
I'm sorry, y'all. I have said this from day one. I don't believe Yandy go to Africa for a good time, the way we see a good time. It's
She going
definitely
for
a
the
good time.
Mandingo.
She going for the Mandingo, and I can't blame Yandy. Them
If I
men be
had a
fine.
man whose relevance in current time is because of me, whose income and everything he has is because of me, and he still disrespected me and like to hang out at strip clubs, I'd be in Africa every day, busting it wide and dropping it low. Stop
I'm
playing
trying
with
to
me.
tell you, yeah.
Absolutely not. They need to beef up their resumes. A lot of them do. Spice will be okay. Scrappy will be okay. Rashida and Kirk will be okay. I think Carly Rebb will be okay. I really think the people who are going to suffer most are people like Selma Slim. Erica Banks is okay. But I really, honestly, looking at the cast, everyone's kind of okay. It's just Zayn and Ashley who really ain't got shit going on. Talk about investment property. I don't know about the investment. Zayn got 2 songs. That's what I remember from being a little girl. He had 3 songs I liked. Mind you, I had a CD. I had the CD-ROM of the album. Rashida got bags. Pop them tags. Pop them tags. I need to do like a Love and Hip Hop. Y'all know I started my channel doing music reviews. When they do the ending of Love and Hip Hop, I'm thinking over the summer of doing a music review with James of the worst songs that we got on there.
Absolutely. Let's go for it.
That
I
would be
swear,
fun.
I think the worst. I don't even know who has the worst song in all of the love and hip hop franchises. Or are you just doing specifically Atlanta?
Oh no, I'm gonna do all of them.
Okay, because Lord, I'm
But
just
I'm
thinking
gonna
of 2
probably
right
break it
now.
up for content and do like each franchise and then combine all of them. But we've had some crazy things on there.
Crazy ass songs. I cannot wait for this.
Shani says they said next week is the season finale. Shouldn't that be the series finale? No, baby. They're probably splitting it like they do with Love and Marriage. And I believe when I was watching the episode, they said mid-season finale.
Yeah, they said mid-season, and then also the reason why this can't be the series finale is because they're doing like a spin-off somewhat. I think MTV is the one who's covering it. So if I'm not
I think
mistaken.
VH1 is, but VH1, I don't even see that shit on my channels no more. So I
I
don't know
thought
where it's gonna be.
Oh, I thought MTV. Okay, I may have read
It
that
would
wrong.
make sense for MTV to do it.
It wouldn't
But
actually, but yeah, it does
when
make
I
sense.
saw online, they were like a VH1, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't like change. 6-part. My bad. Man, I've been waiting for P Valley since Pac died. Figure it the fuck out.
When I
I
tell
would
you,
be
P
pissed
Valley
off.
had one of the strongest first seasons I have ever seen in a
That second
series, and
season
that
was
second
strong
season
too.
was strong as well. But that first season, because there's nothing out there like that. Like I love series where there's nothing like it out there.
Bring back Chuckalisa, Tennessee. Please. Stop playing with us. I need resolve, especially how it ended. I
Me
need
too.
resolve, but I am considering covering old shows. Well, not considering. I just don't know which ones I want to cover. I might do like P Valley season 1 and 2 while we patiently wait on P Valley to come back. If you want to join, James, just
Oh, I'm
watch.
definitely gonna join because I
You've
have a crush
watched
on.
already, right?
I've watched. I have a crush on that half breed. So.
Have Let's breathe.
You know
Ooh, the main character.
the one the one I think secretly gonna end up with Uncle Clifford, the one he was whipping in the second season.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
He-
not Uncle Clifford. Lord, they keep teasing us with news about P Valley and then nothing. What pissed me off most was the documentary they put out. I think it was a year or two ago.
Mhm.
Like, I don't care. Give me the season. And I know a lot of the stars of P Valley are upset because they've been waiting on money for a long time. But getting back into Love and Hip Hop, y'all, I got through the comments. My apologies for getting sidetracked. Again, not much happened this episode. Lynette and Mama D talk. Mama D do not want Scrappy and Bambi back together because she says her son is not ready and has not changed.
I
Mama
agree.
D, I agree with that. And I'm actually, day one Love and Hip Hop fans have remembered the journey we've gone on from Mama D. She was horrible. I did not
Ruthless.
like this lady until he married Bambi. Could not stand her. But
Yeah, I
she's
agree.
willing to admit now, which she wouldn't do before, that her son is a problem and the problem. She seems more aligned with that. And I'm here for it. I love Mama D too. American born. I love Mama D now. But in the beginning, when he was with Erica, especially when she was trying to get child support, the way Mama D moved, and that scene with her crackhead mama when they almost got to boxing, or I think they did.
Oh no, they didn't.
The table, something got flipped.
It was her and Erica going at it. That lady just sat there. She like, I don't want to get involved in this shit. Here's my thing with Mama D. Yes, it was. She's right. However, I can't help but like place a lot of this on her lap. As much as I want to say, yeah, you're right. I'm glad that you see the errors of his ways now. But I also want you to understand, lady, you had a huge part in that. A huge part in how he shows up in this world, from his emotional baggage with you, from his childhood, from the fact that you constantly involve yourself in his relationships with these women and then try to intimidate them to feel like they need to prove some status nature to you and they don't.
Mm.
So I kind of feel like for me, as much as I agreed with her, a part of me felt like a lot of that is on her lap of how he shows up.
That's the thing why I say I love Mama D, but it feels too little too late, because it's nice that you're like acknowledging this about your child, but it would have been nicer if you would hold them accountable, because Scrappy is never used to being held accountable.
Yep,
And
it's
it's
always those women's fault.
childish.
It's always the woman's fault.
Aside from being attractive, and there's way finer men out there, I don't see much going for him. I just don't. American Boy said Scrappy was smart to do a song with Spice. That reignited him. He was. And he did a song with Spice after she reignited her career. But Spice came on this show with a dead career. She's been in the industry for over 20 years. Her career was dead when she joined Love and Marriage, Lord. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She revived her career. Cardi B revived her career. K. Michelle revived her career. Dream Dolls revived and created a career. I mean, you got people with shorter tenures who've done more with their careers. I am glad Scrappy did something, but I feel like he waited too late. But he'll be okay. He has timeless hits. American Boy said he hit the war. You hit the warm up to Baba D as well.
We all did, because we didn't know where that lady was coming from with this shit. Like, I'm trying to tell you, we didn't know where she was going with this.
I'll forever love her for making that music video talking about Bambi as a mermaid. She said with her little spear or triton, pussy asshole, you belong in a jacuzzi. I said,
that's one of those moments I still can't believe. That's one of those moments I still can't believe Bambi did this.
I am so happy I had my channel when Mama D made that song. That when I say that lives rent free in my head, I'm waiting on a crackhead or somebody to disrespect me so I could tell them they a pussy asshole and need to go drown in a jacuzzi. I can't wait. I'm telling you, I strive. But this was funny. You left my child for dead. Ain't nobody left Scrappy's big ass for dead.
I was for this, when she said that, I said, "Girl, if you don't go somewhere, sit down somewhere." She reminded me of Martin's character of his mom on Martin's show. You know how Martin plays his mama? She reminds me exactly of Martin's mama in the Martin series. Like, she really does.
Why every time I think of Martin, I think of Shanae. And why does Mama D kind of, oh my God.
Right. Yeah, like yes, exactly.
Oh my God. Let me go watch Martin. Shout out to my
I
friend Leona. Her mom has the whole series on DVD. And I'm
oh,
not
I
gonna
love
lie,
that.
there's been times I've gone and gotten in her mom's bed with a little bit of, we California sober and just giggled at Martin. I love me some Martin. I do. Hi, Kiwan. Welcome in.
Hello.
Welcome in. Happy hump day to you. Y'all, we were talking about Kiwan at the beginning of this. Go support her channel. People who put out as much content as she puts out, call me one of her employees. Okay. I'm selling. Go to her channel. Go to her
We all
channel. She
selling
does.
because definitely she needs to be way more, populated in this YouTube universe than where she is today. Definitely she
But
deserves
you know,
that. It's so
YouTube
much
like to
more.
play with people.
They sure do, and enough is enough.
But she
Enough
should
is
be
enough.
monetized. I'm like, she got hella content.
Let me tell you something. Keywan should be up there with Bondi and then with having over 100K, subscribers.
It's true. She probably do a better job. No shade. Love you, Bondi.
Love you,
Um,
Bondi. No, we love you.
but sometimes you can tell Bondi be and don't know when to stop. It gets a little carried away. Oh Lord, you should be practicing your art. I love it. I love it. Yes, Q1 cranks them out. She does, and I really
She
respect that.
does.
I'd be struggling to get what is it? I do like 7 to 10 videos a week. I'd be struggling to do that. She
I
get that
struggle
done
with
in half a week.
3. I struggle with 3 videos a week, let alone all of what her and Mrs. Best do. Like, I can't even do that. So,
I'm not
yeah.
even at her level, friend. I'm fighting for my life too. She does have good insight. I appreciate creators that give an opinion that's just their opinion versus an opinion that's based on what they've seen, like in the tabloids or that's biased and things like that. But the link to her channel is in the description, y'all. Just click it. Click it. It'll take you right over there. She said, y'all don't understand how hard I am on myself. You're a Sagittarius. You're a perfectionist. I believe you're hard on yourself.
Oh,
And you will
absolutely.
be delivered from that someday.
Yes. Trust me, you will take it easy when you realize that's the only option you have is to take it easy. That's when a lot of us realize when you're hard on yourself, you're going to be like, okay, it's either going to be me or this world. And I'm going to choose me because fuck this world.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's a positive way to put it. That's honestly
Yes.
a healthy way to put it as well, y'all. Um, Again, y'all, not much happened this episode, but Mama D and Lynette's talk. Mama D had her conniption or whatever the hell, her recognition of Scrappy, but then she says that she is hurt in her heart that Lynette and Ashley are not in a good place, and she wants them to fix it. And I do feel Mama D, and I do think she's genuine, but she's also hella dramatic because she was damn near in tears over some people she barely know. But she wants Lynette and Ashley and Zane to fix it. And she encourages Lynette to make peace with Ashley because you don't have much time left here, family matters and things like that. But Lynette says that it's not that she don't want the peace. She already full of shit. But she says she got a lot of other problems. So if you have a lot of other problems going on, then take the 5 minutes it fucking takes to say to this lady, I have mistreated you and I just want to focus on peace and my son healing and I'm going to leave you alone. That's all it takes, Lynette. Please don't use your sick child and what you have going on in life as an excuse for not showing up for people. We all have things going on in life. There's always something that's going to be happening, Miss Lynette. Don't use that as an excuse. Please don't. I don't like that. But she does ask Mama D to help her with a fundraiser that she's trying to put together for her child that needs the kidney. But Ashley and Zane also discussed Sandy and Ashley in a scene of just the two of them. I'm not going to go over it. But how did you feel about Lynette and Mama D's talk? Because I kind of felt like Lynette is full of shit and just participating because the cameras are there.
Kiwan's comment. Here's Kiwan's comment. That's exactly how I feel.
She's not raggedy and musty.
I mean, what are we watching? What are we doing?
I don't care about Lynette.
I don't care about me either. I'm like, it's very unfortunate what's happening to the young man. It really is. It's very unfortunate, especially because I know this is not his first go around with this. Our hearts go out to him and our hearts really are with him in this moment. But Lynette, I'm sorry. No, absolutely
She
not.
said, please,
like, get out our faces with this.
Oh,
Because
nobody likes Lynette.
No, because the net is on bull. Let me explain something. Anytime you make me on Ashley's side of the fence, there's something wrong with you.
That's
I'm gonna
true.
start there. There is something wrong with you if I have to be on Ashley's side of the fence. Because Lynette came on this show on bullshit from day one. On bullshit from day one. And I can't stand when y'all mamas have these sons and you can see no wrong in your son. You know how he is and you know how fucked up he can be, but you will still defend him and you will still think that he walks on water and shits ice cream. Like, I'm telling you, I just don't understand women like her. I don't understand moms like that. My mom never did me like that. My mom never, if I was wrong, my mama said I was wrong and she didn't give a fuck who listened.
I agree with this too.
So yes.
If we support Ashley, something's wrong because Ashley's not doing one thing on television that I've agreed with.
Ashley is a fucked up ass person. So for me to agree with her over somebody else's mama who been around the block, there's something wrong. I'm sorry.
Not walk on water and poop right. I can't stand none of them heifers. Cats, mamas, poor excuses. Yeah, I don't know. My mom is like that too. I remember my little brother, he's 27. He got in an argument with one of his little raggedy girlfriends. He ain't the girlfriend no more. But he cussed that girl out. My mom heard it because I was with her at the time and she heard it through the phone. She said, who's he talking to? I said, the girlfriend at the time, her name was Janine. My mama said, snatch the phone. Who the fuck are you talking to like that, nigga? You don't talk to women. She must have cussed him out something vicious. Something vicious. So I don't understand why Lynette is okay, but I'm glad to know I'm not the only one because I've been kind of scared on the internet. And then I had one comment that someone posted and deleted saying that I was mean to Lynette and I shouldn't talk about nobody's mama. If you motherfuckers don't want me to talk about nobody's mama, then don't put them online. Do you see my mama online? And you won't, because then y'all will be able to talk about her.
Absolutely. And I feel that exact same way. Like, don't listen. My mama not on Watch Your Mouth reviews. My mama not gonna be on a reality TV show if I decide to go on reality TV. My mama will be nowhere near that because the first motherfucker that goes sideways, I'm going there with you. I don't play about my mama. So yes, no, they know what they doing.
Hot
they know, yes.
My mom is mean though. She believes in beating people, so there's that.
My mama listen, just don't cross her. My mama listen.
There's 4 Walmarts my mother cannot go in there, and 2 of them have her picture. I did not know they really did that. She can't go to the Milpitas Walmart, and I don't know if I think they let her back into the one in Martinez. When the Oakland one was here on Hagenberger, she couldn't go there either because she hit one of the security guards. But that's another. That's another topic, y'all. My mom is crazy. There's a reason I am the way that I am. She's a crazy, strong-arm Leo. But I'm gonna be nice to her because her mom, my grandmother, did pass away, so she's going through it. So I always be kind to people when they go through things. But Yandy M and DC's have a talk. The first of many negative talks throughout this episode. This first talk, they were just kind of out doing stuff. Not you defending her, American born. Walmart be petty like that. I'm like, she didn't even steal. My mother is a licensed marriage and family therapist. Like, she don't need to steal. So, but it was over a parking spot. I don't know. The Bay Area, people will come and like steal your spot even if they see you.
They said, and they'll look right at you while they doing it too.
And the person looked right at her and was like, "What, bitch?" And I was like, "She said, grab this wheel." I was 13. What am I doing with the wheel? And she hopped out the car and tore that lady up. But that Walmart be petty. God help us. My mom's from East St. Louis and then finished out her childhood in Oakland. She's not wrapped right. But Yandy Medici's talk, he's pretty much upset that she don't want him no more. I'm not going over all the little intricacies and all whatever the fuck the word is. I'm not going over it. I hate when niggas do shit to females and then can't take when a female is either fed up and done with them or cannot take when a female does to them what they do to us. If you cheat on me and you don't stop and then I cheat on you and then you want to cry, fuck you and your tears. Nobody cares about Mendici's little complaints.
Tell you.
Am I supposed to give a fuck? And I try to avoid being biased on lives. James will tell you, I do try to see both perspectives. He does too. But Mendici's, We watched this lady pregnant at the same time somebody else was pregnant. And then while she was postpartum, you had her fighting other people, gave her a ring just for her to not be able to marry you because you have so many baby mamas, you trifling niglet. What is wrong with you? I just don't understand it. I can't understand it. But I also got from this scene that he just doesn't want to be accountable. And he cares a lot about the camera and public perception of him.
Yep.
He cares more about how we think of him than Yandy. That's what I got from this scene. There's a lot more that happens in other scenes, but I want to give you the opportunity. How did you feel about that first interaction where he ended up walking away and she was like, I'll stay here and cool off? Like, dang.
I just feel like, to me, that was the ultimate fuck you. That was like, to me, when Mendices was doing this, that was like the ultimate fuck you, because when I was sitting there watching Yandy process everything that he was saying, all of the flashbacks of the shit that she has handled for him over the last however many years, 10 to 20 years that they have been together, all of that just came flashing through my face as he was just jugging her. And for her to sit there and just take it and just kind of be like, yeah, Yandy a
She's
better,
done.
because yeah, that let me know that she's done with the relationship.
Really
But
done.
I would have turned into Helen from Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and it would have just had to been on in that house, because
James said, I'm starving you and then pushing you in the tub.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm sorry. There's no way I could have sat there and took that when I'm calculating the shit that I have done. We eating well because of me. You on TV because of me. Your kids got good shit because of me. I held you down in prison for some shit
The fact
you
that he
did.
treats that so nonchalantly irks me.
Yes, it
It
irks me because
irks
it's
me.
like, you are so ungrateful. So what? She had a little escapade. You didn't had a slew and herd of women. I mean, come on.
He has a selfish, ungrateful mindset, though. Like, a lot of people grow up poor. A lot of people grow up in the projects and have a hard life. But that doesn't mean you turn to the stuff you turn to or get mad at your mama like Mendices. But he's a spoiled brat. American born, RIP to your mother. I love wild moms to an extent, but RIP to your mom. Those are not a taught me character. A little too much character.
A little too much
How
character.
long?
Short fused.
How long has Yandy had this man in New York?
It don't
Now we
matter.
gonna get to that.
It
We
don't
gonna get
matter
to
how
it.
long shit.
I agree with James. I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying.
You're right. Mendices is all about himself, but where would he be without Yandy pulling him up? He wouldn't. Go watch RRG's deep dive on YouTube on Yandy and Mendices. She posted a couple months ago. The word on the curb is he got with her so that he could get put on and famous and out the street. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yandy is well done like a ribeye. Okay.
Ooh.
She is so done.
Yes.
Can't even chew her. That was some bullshit when he said, oh, I'm supposed to give up the rest of my life because she answered some phone calls. I know. So Mendices just pissed us all off. Not answer some phone calls. Nigga, the phone calls cost money. Y'all know how much Global Tel Links cost to talk to somebody?
Right.
A lot. A lot.
And then why you didn't call somebody else then? Why you didn't call your mama? Why you didn't call, why call me? Because that's the only way it works. You have to call me. I can't call your ass in there. So what the hell? Like,
you could have called anybody else, sir.
Anybody else then? Like, what the fuck? That's why I said this shit was crazy. I could, y'all.
But also, if you want your female to hold you down and not cheat on you while she does it or after, then you better behave. You better do everything right. Call her with peace. Lord, shout out to the side niggas that know how to be quiet. Apparently, they're almost extinct. But some of them know how to be quiet. Some of them
absolutely, some of them know how to be quiet. Yes, because some of them really just in it for that reason alone. They don't want no attachments. They don't want nothing. They just literally want the sex. So if I got to be quiet just to get what I want, I'm going to do it. Yes.
RRG is the name of the YouTube channel. I put it in the chat. I'm gonna also include a link after this video in the comments and stuff. I'll include a link to High Vibe Candles LLC so you guys can purchase a candle from a Black-owned business. I will also include a link to RRG's video on Yandy because it told us a lot about the relationship. And ever since I watched it, I look at Mendices like he stank. Like, I just know he stank. Courtney said that's why he would have got left upstate. Right. Because I feel like they haven't been together for years. I truly believe that. I feel like they have not been
I
together
said that. I
for
said that
years.
when I feel like, you know what I'm gonna give them? I said I'm gonna say after the first year in Atlanta, that's when they left each other.
I
The first
agree.
year in Atlanta. That's what after that first year, I don't believe they were together after that. I just really don't. There's no part of me because that's when Yandy started going to Africa with Portia and Quad and them. I said, oh yeah,
Oh, if
Yandy
you
got somebody
traveling with
else.
Portia, your coochie
Portia,
is
yeah,
busy.
yes. She
It's
yeah,
busy.
and it was constant. It wasn't like it was one trip here, one trip. Yandy, it seemed like every 3 months was in Africa with Portia, Yandy, and Quad and them. She was with
Ain't
she
nobody traveling the hours it take to get there either, unless you got
right.
something great that you gonna get while you there.
Yeah.
Hot Mess Express. Kendra brings together Yandy and Ashley to talk again. I forgot that Kendra was even here and to mention her early
I didn't
on, but
even think
that's
I
fine.
forgot who she was until she opened that mouth.
I didn't
And
know
when she
either for a
opened,
minute.
which I said, who the hell is this? And then when she opened her, I said, oh, I forgot about her.
I'm like, where's
Whoops.
Jock? But I'll let it go. They talk again. Ashley was finally accountable because Kendra told her, like, no, when you do stuff, you got to just say, yeah, I did that and move on. I don't want an apology from someone that has to be coerced. If James says something to me that upsets me and I talk to him about it and he does not apologize, but then someone else talks to him about it and he decides to apologize, he could kiss the blackest part of my asshole. I don't want an apology if it's not one that you can figure out how to shape on your own, because it's
Right.
not an apology that
It's
you
not
feel you
about
have to give me. Keep it. You don't have to give me what
100%
you don't want
agree.
to.
Well, here's the thing. Only apologize to me if you really do feel that you need to be sympathetic, empathetic, and also feel like you owe me one. If you don't owe me don't apologize to me.
Mm.
And tell me
Period.
that. And then tell me that. Tell me, I'd be like, I don't feel like I owe you an apology. I feel like what we did was fair game, and that's what it is. I can move on. Hopefully you can move on. That's the kind of person I'm learning to be. Thank you to my best friend, Mrs. Best, because she's the one who's teaching me that. Yeah, it was you.
Oh.
It was you. You told me to stop apologizing
Yeah,
all the
you
damn
apologize
time.
too fucking much.
Yeah. And
You know who
so
else do that? Kiwan. She
I had to
apologizes a lot.
check myself. It was our last encounter. We had an encounter, and I had to check myself. And I said, I'm not sorry because I'm going through a lot. I'm not sorry. So I didn't apologize. And I felt good about it. And we moved on just fine. So,
Yeah. Unless a
yeah,
person's looking for a problem, if you're talking to people with respect, even if they don't like what you're saying, they should be able to accept it. But,
absolutely.
you know,
And
people
also,
don't
we're
always
human.
work
We
that
are
way.
all flawed people. We are all flawed people. We sometimes we mess up, sometimes we don't, sometimes we be in our right and just the other person just processed it wrong. That's not on
Mhm.
you if they processed it wrong.
It's true. It's true. And if people care about you, they'll take the time to explain, even if they're irritated. Well,
Mm-hmm.
most people. I don't know. People be crazy. I don't know what to expect from people no more. My job on my nerves, so I'm just looking at people like,
Not she want a Daniel.
no, she wants a scammer that had shorts that kept their ass hidden. Okay, Daniel was running around with his ass out from what he said over there on 90 Day Fiance. Daniel was running around Nigeria in the slums with his booty cheeks out. Okay, Kiwan gonna go and find her a nice rich prince from Lagos, and she gonna he gonna be fine, and she gonna bring it back, and he's gonna hit it well. She said, "I'm serious, right? Honestly, if I were single, I wouldn't even try to have a relationship. I would find me some good dick somewhere on the side and find me the best sugar daddy. I mean, the best sugar daddy I could. And I need to be with him I need him to live at least 15 years, because that gives me time to save and mass up the benefits that I would gain from him."
See, I said if I ever did become single again, my next one would be a quiet escapade. I want somebody from Dubai. I want one
Oh,
of
yeah,
those
super
ones.
quiet.
Yeah, super quiet, ain't saying shit, ain't like, but can, send me the cash app and then come out here so that I ain't got to go out there and go to jail. I need someone like that, like one of them nice little fine little princes that got that oil money.
Not got that oil money.
Yes, I need
Right.
one of them.
As I've stated, I know the Iranian people like us. I probably shouldn't say that on the internet. But remember, black people, we don't even want to fucking be here. I just want to remind y'all of that. We're not even supposed to be where we at as it relates to America. So give us a break. That's all I'm saying. That's all. One of the ladies I talked to on YouTube says she called ICE on the Africans she dated. My friend is dating a shady ass Haitian right now. I tell her all the time, call the people. She said he almost put his hands on me. I said, what you mean almost? She said he took her by the neck and threw her up against a wall.
That's putting your hands on.
I said, I can sound like the other. Hi, my name is Carly. I think my friend's getting beat up. Like I'm come on now. Call him. Call the po-po ho, as Medea once said. Lord. Uh, I can't remember what he did to her. He did something. But I always think when I'm watching, if you guys are familiar with 90 Day Fiancé, Google Angela and Michael from 90 Day Fiancé. That white lady gave that African man so much hell in the divorce that the fans were trying to get her banned and canceled and all of that. I'm trying to tell you. So just be careful. Be careful. Where were we on this show? Yandy and Mendices talk. There's not much we could say about the first talk. Mendices does later prove Yandy's point. He says that he don't owe Yandy nothing for holding him down. And equated holding somebody down to just a phone call that cost about $5 a minute. And text messages that cost about 35 cents per text you send to them. Or the care package you send, which cost a lot. He was in a prison that's federal, upstate New York. She had to drive. Oh, and in addition to that, while he was in jail, she was raising his kids, as well as the ones that she had herself as well. So, Mendici, shut up. We're going to come back to them because so much happened with them this episode. Mama D approaches Ashley when the group is together figuring out dinner, and she talks to her about a relationship that she has with Zane's mom, Lynette. Ashley decides, she's like, why am I talking to you about this? So Ashley's like, I don't mind helping with the fundraiser. Regardless of the problems that she has with Lynette, she says she is for family and will help, which is the right thing to do. So she pulls Lynette over, and she also pulls Zane over, and she explains to them, like, she's like, I'm willing to fundraise with you guys and put stuff to the side. I was not annoyed with Ashley in this scene, and that is rare, because she finally did the right thing and without having to be convinced. She finally did the right thing, which does tell me that Lynette is more of a problem than her. But, you know, Lynette comes over, and her and Ashley had a talk that did not go bad. Things went well. It looks like they're going to try and figure out stuff. But Zane was like, man, you know, they over here talking about, man, my brother's dying, man. And she over here worried about fundraising. Look, you stupid leprechaun motherfucker. The reason she's worried about fundraising is so that your brother can have the money raised that is necessary for him to have a decent quality of life, according to your mama, until he could get a kidney, because your black ass won't even get tested. You won't even get tested. So why are you getting annoyed at them for discussing fundraising details that have to do with your brother? Listen, I don't like Lynette, but she gave her child her kidney. She's willing to fundraise, and she's willing to make peace with the bitch that she clearly don't like, who is your wife, off the strength of her child. Okay, so I don't like the lady, but I'm looking at Zane like, why are you having a meltdown? And Scrappy catches him. He's like, that's my brother, man. I don't give a single flying fuck about any of this short Negro's sad tears. I don't. How can you cry? I'd be pissed off if I saw my brother crying over my life, but refusing to even take a test. It's not even about giving the kidney. You won't even take the test. It takes 2 seconds.
Literally.
It takes 2 seconds. So I didn't understand that. How do you feel about Zane's emotional breakdown over nothing?
I feel like, to me, I can't tell somebody not to be emotional over their sibling. However, you're not making the situation better either. So it's hard for me to have empathy for you when at the end of the day, your mama doing a fundraiser is because she's doing whatever she can to keep her child here. That's what any mother would do. Mm-hmm. So I feel like for you to sit up there and make light of it and make this whole moment about you while simultaneously crying over the brother that you won't help, just simply taking the test, I think that is just diabolical. Yeah. Absolutely diabolical.
The audacity.
Yeah, like crazy. Yeah, that's crazy as hell. Like, to process that scene, I literally rolled my eyes. I couldn't even look at him because it was like I couldn't take the scene serious.
Look, American Born agrees, said he needs to get tested if he gonna cry about it.
Right. Like, cry
What my
because of the
dad
fact
used
you
to say,
cannot do it. Yeah.
my dad used to tell us before we got whooped, if we wasn't listening, you want to cry, I'll give your ass something to cry about.
Right. Because it's like,
Like
I can
Zane, go
see
get
if
the
you,
test.
the only way I would accept Zane crying is if he did the test and then he found out he could not help.
That would make sense.
That's when I would accept the crying. I would accept the crying because that, to me, I would cry like that. Like, damn, I did everything to try to help and I can't even help. Like, I would be frustrated. So that's why I say if it was because of that, then I would have more empathy for Zane. But I don't, because you're not doing anything to help, and you should be the spear person helping your mother do this fundraiser. It shouldn't be Ashley.
But what is the money for? Because if you have the finances that you said to Scrappy while crying, Scrappy was like, you could help in other ways, talking about the financial responsibilities Zane has for the family. I'm looking at Zane and the family with the side eye because I'm like, okay, family, why don't y'all tell him, since you're not getting tested, we'll accept less financial help from you if we can still take that money for whatever they needed to raise the fundraiser for. Do that. Like, I don't understand what they're doing, but honestly, I think Zane's family's fucked up, y'all. I like, when you think of it from every direction, it doesn't make sense. If I had a son that was paying my bills, as Lynette says Zane's doing, I would be taking the money he put towards my bills to put towards caring for my son, and the husband I have living in my fucking house would get off his ass and go make money for our household. That's the option, but he gonna cry and make this a big deal because that's what he does. The transplant lists are extremely long. I work in healthcare. I have a patient I see in dialysis weekly that needs a kidney, cannot get one. There's a lot they can do for their quality of life, but a lot of the equipment and things like that are more expensive. But I don't get the fundraiser. I'd have to see more with the fundraising for what they're doing. It would be smarter to do something to just bring awareness to the crowd or to the Atlanta metro area and see, like, hey, anybody want to come get tested to see if, I don't know, I've seen that on like Grey's Anatomy that showed The Resident, The Pit, where people have been like, the transplant list is too long, nobody's a match, or they don't have any living family to offer a kidney. So they do like events where it's not a fundraiser, but people come to see if they can give. Like, who is that? Selena is it Gomez? The girl who used to be with Justin Bieber, she had a kidney transplant from just a random person. Like, right. It doesn't have to be somebody you know, but, you know, it's unfortunate. American Born says your sister works for lung transplant. Yeah, I know lungs and kidneys are like way up there on the list and very common. The weights are ridiculous, and the way that they prioritize the list sometimes doesn't make sense. But I also feel like the family could have prepared for this as well, because, you know, when you get a transplant, it's not guaranteed to just be there the rest of your life. But we're gonna wish Jane's brother the best because, you know, oh, she got it from her best friend. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sure his brother got some friends. Somebody, unless he has like a blood type. I have a rare blood type. Only 9% of people in the world have it. My mom is AB positive or something, or negative, so she also has a rare blood type.
I may be negative as well.
2% of the world, whichever one. I can't remember if it's AB negative or positive, but it's like only 2% of the world has that. So unless he has like a rare blood type.
Yeah, I have to keep blood in the blood bank for me because my blood type is so rare. So yeah.
My mom says she is the rarest blood type. They don't make you do that, but you do have the option, and it's a smart option to do, because if you ever have something that goes wrong, like my mother had a heart attack 10 years ago, and because she does not give blood and banked it, she had to have a transfusion, and they used her blood. I was like, oh wow. So ever since then, I was like, let me learn my blood type. Thank God I don't got them problems. Yeah. You're O positive. That's the universal blood type. Which is good. You lucky. Yandy and Medici's talk again. The talk does not go well, y'all. He is essentially upset and arguing with her, but telling her that she's making an argument. That's not what's happening. He is used to Yandy giving him yeses and not arguing with him. So when she does offer any type of pushback, he views it as confrontation and conflict, even when it's not that. Because if you're broken up, what are you arguing about? Y'all not together. You're approaching her on bullshit over and over again while you're on this trip on the platform that she created. And you're trying to make a problem with her. She threw shade at Yandy for New York, which made no sense just because she didn't want to talk with him. So then he's like, okay, yeah, so you going to New York anytime soon? And then he's in the camera like, yes, that was shade. You a bitch nigga, Mendices, because you gonna sit up here and think that you doing something and you're proud to throw shade. One, a man growing shade, in my opinion, y'all gonna cancel me for it. I'm not accepting it unless you one of my gay besties. Other than that, you a bitch in the worst form of the worst form. Because how you throwing shade at this girl for stuff that you did first? You're mad that she has somebody in New York. So what? If I was her, I would have been like, actually, I didn't have a trip planned, but now I'm about to use my Sky Miles points to go and take a trip to New York, and I'm going to fuck the shit out of him, and I might record it for you since you want to play petty, Mr. Sir. Because not no man that I held down for 7 years and birthed 2 of his big-headed ass children is going to think that he could throw shade on me at my television platform because Yandy created this show. She pitched it. The whole franchise. So it's the audacity. But Yandy walks away. I'm thinking they're going to make peace. But more happens in the episode. We see them in an RV arguing back and forth. Who put them in that RV together? Who did that? Why are they in an RV together? Yandy, you should have went to the bush and weeped. You should have went in a tent. I wouldn't sit there and argue with you because I'm not arguing with nobody that I'm not fucking. That's like my rule in life. If we don't have sex, if I don't live with you, if we don't pay bills, there's no reason we should have an argument. So if we do, it's probably not going to go well because I'm going to take it all the way to hell because why am I arguing with somebody I don't sleep with or pay rent with? Like, why are we doing this? But they thought they were in private. Mendices was basically trying to get Yandy to comply with him. It sounded like through exposing her. And she's tired of him because she quietly said, then expose me. Expose me. Because you're not exposing anything if y'all are broken up, dummy. But we did hear him tell her that their relationship is fake and that she's been acting single throughout the entirety of her relationship. And again, this is just someone who cannot take what they have dished out. Carry on, everybody. Not a real emergency. It was just a loud bang. Like, that's all it was. But the way that he was yelling, I don't know what she got on him or what he may lose not having her, but she did not seem to care. And I've never heard of Mendices that emotional. And if he was screaming like that at her in that RV while mic'd up, I feel like it's 10 times worse when they were living together. And I feel like that's why Yandy is also so checked out, because Mendices, the way he yelled at her in that scene, gives me a man that will quickly escalate to verbal abuse, which will escalate to emotional abuse, which will escalate to other forms of it. Everything I say is alleged. Even my informed psychological and professional opinion, he displays the characteristics that we see when I'm going over with my clients the cycle of abuse. That's just how I felt. How did you feel about the hollering?
I also felt that same way. I felt like it was a form of abuse that, to me, wants to be controlled and manipulated, from his side to Yandy. I feel like he doesn't get what he needs from her anymore, and he wants it, and this is the way to get it at her, get it out of her. The problem is that it would have worked, but this is why I believe Yandy is messing with somebody else. And this is what makes me feel like it's more than emotional. It's definitely sexual as well. Is because of how checked out she is every time she's in a scene with him. She is completely done. There's nothing he can say. There's nothing he can do. He can call her all kind of bitches. He can call her all kind of whatever he wants to call her. She is done. She is just thinking how she gonna raise these babies with him for the next several years, and then how she can get the fuck away once some babies get 18. That is what she is thinking about right now. Yandy is not thinking about Mendices or this bullshit he's talking. She is ready to go. And you know what, Yandy, you need to pull a Melody. Melody told Martell, we are never going to be in a place of peace. Never, not never. So it is never going to happen. And that's the right thing to tell. Sometimes, y'all, co-parenting don't have to. I knew a couple that would meet up at the fire station. Literally at the fire station. have a mutual fire paramedic come out there so that way they have a witness and drop off them kids, because they cannot be amicable. It's because he keeps popping up everywhere she is. So she has to turn off her location, has to be completely silent. It's very crazy because he'll every time she went on a date twice, he popped up at the restaurant, tried to fight the man. So this was the only way that she could have some sense of peace in her life, is if she do it mutually. Y'all can do it mutually. Y'all just, a lot of y'all women don't want to let go of that man. And I get it, but let it go. Be like Yandy. Let that shit go, because there's nowhere to go from there. She's already exhausted everything she could out of this relationship.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to mute it. My cat's hollering in the background. But you are correct. This is the link. I know if you guys are in the live chat from your mobile phone, you can click this link. I will also be posting this link in the... Ooh, my brain just stopped. In the comments, the regular comments. Y'all know on YouTube, there's a live chat for when we are live, and there are also the regular comments. I will have a link to this on there. This is the video I keep bringing up and referencing on the RRG YouTube channel. Let her know Mrs. Best Reviews sent you. Maybe a big YouTuber hit me up. But it's a good video for context on Yandy. She also does a lot of deep dives on all of our favorite pop culture stars and reality TV and all of those good things. Shayna loves the channel. I love that she told me she loves it, because now I'd be noticing her in the comments. But enjoy, y'all. That's why Mendices is mad, because he can't get the old Yandy back and he's crashing out. Yes, literally, he's crashing out. His history, that even if he claims he never cheated while with her, the timeline of his children proves that he did at one point. Separate from that, we have you on camera, sir, saying if the roles were reversed, you would not hold her down the way that she held you down. He does not get to have empathy through his crash out. I'm looking at him like Judy. I'm looking at him like Judy. And I feel like Judy knows that Mendices is away, because Judy's been very understanding and mellow through the situation. And if you watch back in the day, we expected Judy to do more. But I think Judy has actually probably grown to appreciate Yandy, and she knows Mendices won't listen to her. So why waste her breath?
I agree.
You're welcome, American Board. If Yandy cheated on him, I'm not mad. Hey, Hopping, at her because he cheated first. Yeah, so it looks like we're all agreeing. Men, straight, gay, trans, and anything else, because there's always something else. Understand this. If you cheat and she stay and then she cheats back, you don't get to cry and expect anybody to care. Cry to yourself or your therapist. That's it. Get a therapist. That's my recommendation. That's all. I wish my husband would cry if I did some stuff like that. Like, what?
After you did it first.
Like, no.
Right.
And I am gonna go back to elementary school if something like that happened. You did it first. Now you see how it feels. Lord.
Right, like, yeah.
And he couldn't take how it feels, and that's why they're not together. But that's really all that happened with Yandy and Mendices. We're going to have another episode next week. If it is a mid-season finale, I know that they'll probably be back before the fall, because that's when the 6-part farewell program for Love and Hip Hop will be happening. In the meantime, next week, according to Shani and as well as according to MTV, next week is the mid-season finale. So we will be here to go over that. After that week, the show will probably be replaced with Bravo's In the City. I did a live announcing a bunch of new shows I'm going to cover. Bravo also did a post recently of shows that are coming in the summer. So we'll be getting on my channel back the Housewives of New Jersey. We'll be getting back Wife Swap, the Housewives edition. Rhode Island's coming back. Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, the 20-year Housewives special. I will be covering that on my channel as well. James is going to be picking up some shows also. A lot of shows coming back throughout the summer and winter. So tap in, subscribe to both channels. And Next Gen. I think everybody's really excited for Next Gen NYC.
Oh, absolutely.
They're really exciting.
They're really good.
Hot Pink said, I don't like how he was being like she cheated all the time, because we would have been heard about it. I think Yandy just started cheating. I think James is correct. I think she started the cheating and the foolery probably a year after getting to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either. Yeah, like I said, like, hey, going to Ghana Ain't nothing like
Do what
the
you gotta
the
do.
real thing of Africa. I'm telling you.
Listen, and a man all the way over in Accra cannot bother me. Stay over in Accra and leave me alone, y'all. But that's it for our Love and Hip Hop review today. We're gonna be back tomorrow to go over Love and Hip Hop Miami. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night. I thank you, James, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night.
Good night.